Dave Sider, baby. This is for Rock Radio UK, and today I'm speaking to the one and only Revenant. Hello, guys.
How you
Howdy.
doing?
Hello.
Well, there are three on video, and there's another one hiding in the darkness.
There you
Oh,
go.
there he is. There he
Hello.
There
is.
he is.
There he is.
I'd hide
Those-
behind
Put it
those
back.
headphones.
Put it back.
yes. Revenant,
Love you guys
guys,
as well.
how the devil are you?
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Very
Yeah,
well,
really good.
very well.
Yeah, good.
Busy.
Busy.
What,
Very busy.
that's the whole purpose of this, isn't it? Being busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd complain if I wasn't so busy. So
Yeah. Good busy.
Um, we had a little chat off air, but I saw you guys last year at Five Volt Festival.
yep,
Great festival. Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite a set, wasn't it, guys?
that was
Really?
wicked. It was wicked to play it. I mean, obviously, if you liked it, then that's awesome. But for us, it was. I mean, I felt that was intense for us.
Yeah.
It was like a first, to play at that size audience with this band. I think.
Yeah. I
Um,
think it was make or break for us, that gig,
it was
personally.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the whole like the vibe that we had between us, the camaraderie that we had before we went on, and that I just thought it was just so intense. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's definitely one I remember.
Yeah. I think the EP, What a Time to Be Alive, was just about to come out or just come out at that time.
Just
Yeah. I think,
yeah.
yeah, just about to. Or it came out that weekend, I think, because we advertised at Five Volt, which was quite cool. Like seeing our video and that everywhere. But yeah, it's a great festival, great location, great staff, and obviously the guys that run it are absolutely brilliant. Stret and Bev, they're great.
Mm.
So yeah, it's just a great time, great crowd, great people up there. It's brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, you played the barn stage, and it's quite even though it's like a big festival and it's in an open space and a lot of people, but it's quite compact because it's like two
Yeah,
barns facing each other and everybody's there. And even if you're at the bar, you're watching the gig because basically you
Yeah,
just can't get away from it.
you
And
don't have any choice,
yeah,
do you?
yeah,
Yeah,
not really. But
no,
it was really, but yeah, I was impressed. So I'm glad I finally had a chance to track you down and speak to you, really, because you escaped, you ran away from me that particular
yeah,
day.
yeah.
So
That that whole weekend was just mad because we once we'd done the show, we were being pulled left, right, and centre by mainly just punters telling us how great it was, and merch was flying out, and there were kids air guitaring in the crowd, and I was just mental. So yeah, good all round. But we were just getting pulled from pillar to post.
yeah. I remember there was a big, massive, like tattooed guy with long hair and a massive beard, and he was just singing our music, and I was kind of looking at everyone going, "Does anyone know who this guy is? Is that anyone's friend? Like, I don't know who this guy is."
yeah,
And
I
then we
know.
actually bumped. Yeah, yeah. We bumped into him again in the Five Oak Christmas party. We went up to
Right.
that, and I turned around to him. I was like, "Oh my god, that's the guy! That's the guy who was standing at the front going mad." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm really into you guys and really like the music and stuff." And I was like, "Oh, cool. That was really cool to see." I think that was the kind of the first time where I've seen a stranger kind of go a bit mad to our music. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, your sound, it's sort of like bluesy country, but quite rocky at the same time, isn't it? So, is that a
Yeah,
good summary of your sound? I mean, am I wrong?
Yeah, I think well, I in a previous band I was all about blues and like the bluesier end of rock, and so I think that's a fair starting point. And then we've all kind of got southern rock and classic rock influences, so I think that was inevitable. But I think the heavy metal side of things as well is kind of Matt and Robin. I know Carl likes a bit of metal as well, but yeah, I think you summed it up pretty well.
I,
Okay.
I like a bit of everything, me.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
listen to anything.
Yeah, we bring all four influences into the band, really. I think we can't necessarily pigeonhole what we are, what sound we are,
No.
what we're going to create. It's just like, hey, this sounds good. Let's do a bit of that then. All right, cool.
Yeah.
It's everything's on the table.
Yeah. What about you, Robin? You're very quiet up there.
I just am generally pretty quiet, to be fair. But yeah, no, I think that's about right. Matt often summarizes it quite well. As we're guitar music first and foremost. That's about as straight set as it gets. Um, we're not
Okay.
we're not trying to be any particular thing, but we've got guitars and we do music. So
Set guitars to
Yeah.
stun.
yeah.
Fair enough. Well, we're sort of like talking tonight because you've got another EP on the way out, Best Medicine.
Hmm.
We have the
Yes.
single's out though already. The first single of that is out at the moment.
Right.
Also called Best Medicine.
Imaginatively enough.
Yeah.
We're super chuffed about this one because we've spent this EP is a collection of songs that we've played live for a little while, but they are exactly what we're about, which is just writing songs that everyone can relate to in their own way, and they're just, and we've been able to take them and do different things with them because we're in a studio environment. So we're excited for people to hear them and hear what we've done with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you sort of blow the socks off with the first song, don't you? I mean, public service announcement. You don't take any prisoners with that, do you?
No, and weird, funnily enough, that one was written. We'd had 2 days in the rehearsal room trying to tidy up the songs basically and tighten them up, and then we kind of had a bit of a lull in the day, and we didn't really know where we were gonna go, and we just decided. I'd had a particular riff for a good few years, and I said, look, between us all, we said, right, what are we gonna? Let's write a song. Let's just write a song now. And we got an idea, and off we went with it. I think Matt, you came up with the idea for it.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were actually starting to kind of think a bit more of the bigger picture rather than just the individual songs. We were thinking we need an opening track to our set, and that's exactly what public service announcement is. I think for us now, we would feel a bit weird if we opened up with something else because we purposely wrote that, and it's got that energy, it's got that pace, and that kind of, the song is like Sam said, it was born from a guitar riff that he'd had. We've been playing that guitar riff for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, and we could never come up with an idea of something to do with it, the main riff at the start. And then in the end, we kind of it just fell out the sky pretty quickly. I think within about an hour to 2 hours, that song was pretty much done. It's just a no nonsense. Here's a riff, here's a verse, chorus, guitar solo in the middle, no messing about. It's not fancy, it's not pretty. It's about kind of, kids that want to pick up the guitar and do something like that. And their parents are telling them, no, you shouldn't really do that. You should focus on being this and that and whatever. And it's the whole kind of rebellious nature of a, young teenager going, well, this is what I want to do. So obviously we then turn that into public service announcement, and stuff like that, as if to say that, this is what's happening, and live, it's just full of energy, and it's great. We've got like the sirens and stuff now, and we didn't have that. Did we open up with that at 5 volt? I think we did, didn't we?
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think we did, yeah. But we've had that song for, God, Jesus, like what, a year and a couple of months now. And yeah, it was always one where, you've got it, so you're not going to necessarily not record it. But we were like, should we make this into something bigger? And we were like, nah, just do it as it is, just straightforward. It sounds a bit like Foo Fighters, a bit of Guns N' Roses. It's just a bit, it's just cool. I really like it. But it had to be number one, just like straight with a snare hit into the song. There you go. That is the statement. And like you said, it's as an opener, and then the EP goes into Best Medicine. It's just like it's a 1-2 hit, and that's what our set list is. They're the first 2 tracks of our set list live, and pretty much is then Runaway Rage and It's Least I Can Do. So it's almost like the start of our live set list is this EP. To be fair, but that's how the songs were written, and that's how they were crafted to be like that. So we were kind of thought, let's just put the EP that way then. But yeah, it's just a monster track.
So basically, anybody who wants to see or thinking about seeing you live, listen to the EP. You're going to get a taste of what you are like.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
that's the first half of
much,
it anyway.
Yeah, and then we play the first EP as the second half of the set.
You just play it backwards.
Just to mix things up.
Yeah.
Play it backwards, as in satanic verses, or
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science, kids.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, we talked on touched on best medicine there because I've been playing that on the radio show as well.
thank you.
Cracking song, cracking song. Then if things change a little bit, you get a little bit softer, you get a bit more mellow, and with Least I Can Do and Miss You, the final two tracks of the EP. I mean, was that a conscious decision just to mix it all up?
Um, don't know. I mean, Sam had Miss You. Sam wrote that, and
I,
he sent that to me on a WhatsApp message, didn't you? You sent me a voice note going, "Hey, check this song out. What do you think of this? You know, should we turn this into a band song?" And I was just like,
yeah,
"No, that's
and
amazing. Do you do that?"
I yeah, and I think the least I can do is our first sort of right when we write songs, we write about what we know and what we think the listener that we make the listener go to a place where they can relate to it. And I think Matt wrote Least I Can Do about his his partner and his daughters and things like that. And I'd written Miss You because I just lost my grandparents. And I rather than kind of go, do you know what? We're not that doesn't sound like us. We're not going to do that. We really want to embrace it and just go, hey, we've written these songs. They're really, really good. Let's not let them go to waste, kind of thing. So um, I don't think it was a conscious effort to write those songs and put them there, but it definitely was a conscious effort to just explore where they take us.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, if you listen to the first EP as well, we've got "Rolling on My Back" and we've got "The Healer,"
Mm.
which again are two pretty soft songs, and it goes back to like you said at the start. You know, we're a bit blues, bit rock, bit country. We're just not afraid to go. Hey, here's something like really mad at the start with like public service announcement, best medicine that are really pacey, catchy, you know, big anthemic rock songs. But we're not afraid to go, look, here's something a bit softer that's actually, you know, about family and about life and actually gets a little bit deeper at points, you know. Like we're not afraid to shy away from that.
Okay. Okay. Um, so the new EP Best Medicine is out in April, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it going to
April the
be
11th?
that's what I've got written here. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume it's available as a physical format as well as download. Is that right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can pre-order that on our website www.revenantsongs.co.uk. We've got so you can pre-order the EP. You can pre-order got t-shirt bundles there as well. But yeah, they can physical format, order it online.
Excellent. And I assume they can pick up the first EP as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
about to have that already up back in stock and ready to go. So yeah, you can get anything with our name on it, you can buy pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, that and the live album. We're all to be 3 CDs in, you know, after
Wow.
less than a year of releasing our first EP. We'll actually be 3 CDs in. Yeah, the first EP, the live album, and then now the second EP,
Mm.
Best Medicine. So yeah, we're not hanging around.
No, but you can also get an acoustic download as well if you sign up somewhere, I do believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to the sign up to so we've got a fan club called the Revenant Ones. It's free to join. Again on the website, and we've got in December 2023 we recorded a live acoustic EP. That won't be coming out anywhere else apart from to those who sign up to the fan club. So get it while it's hot.
Yeah. So you
Excellent.
can get that, and then you can keep up to date with all of the fun stuff that we are doing.
Like gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you got
Yeah.
coming up, guys?
Robin, do you want to go through what we've got coming up at the Corn Exchange?
Yeah, I can certainly give it a go. First of the year, we've got 14th of March, the Corn Exchange in Newbury,
Hmm.
which wasn't going to be our first gig, but has turned out that way. That's going to be massive. It's a hometown show.
That's quite a big venue, that one, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
Corn
a
Well,
Exchange.
massive
big for
venue.
us anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That is
it's
very
really
much a
good.
case of walking in there and going, are we going to sell enough tickets to make this
Yeah,
be good? But we've sold quite a lot of tickets, so it's going to be great. It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah. Who have you got
yeah,
with you on the night?
So it's an event called Newbury Sounds,
Right.
and it's a new thing to Newbury actually. Um, And what it's doing is raising money for the local performing arts centre. So there's going to be a new one in the old library, and they're turning that into a new, smaller performing arts space for people in the area, basically, because you can't always just go and use the Corn Exchange because it holds 500 people. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
So they're doing that, and it's a fundraising event. And we were organising, or starting to organise 2025 with gigs and stuff like that. And where we're from, Newbury and Basingstoke, we're always going to do a gig in those areas. And it just so happened the organizer and promoter asked me if Revenant would play. And we were like, oh, I'm not sure if it's going to be the right thing and whatnot, because obviously it was like a showcase thing of half an hour here and that and whatever. And I just said, look, we can play, but if we're going to play, it's probably going to be our only hometown gig, and we need to play for an hour. So they were like, okay, that's fine. Come along, do your thing. And they put us as the headliner. So we're like, okay, that's fine. But we're playing with 4 other bands in the local area. So you've got a band called A Dirty Soul, who are pretty much just straight down the middle rock. They're just really good, really anthemic. Infinite Horse, they're a little bit madder. I think they're from Bristol, actually, but they're originally from Newbury, but they live in Bristol now. Then there's Sean Wiley, who does a lot of the open mic nights and stuff like that, and he's quite well known in the area, so he's put a band together, and he's a bit of a songwriter, so he's coming down to do a set. And then you've got the guys in Colorado River, which I believe are opening up. So Ken's a friend of the band, and he has a band called No Good Sons, but him and his partner do like this country thing called Colorado River, and that's going to be the 5 acts for the evening, really. So it's, for 15 quid, £3 each for 5 bands. It's pretty great. So for us, it was a no-brainer. We were like, yeah, let's do that then, because that'll be our Newbury gig of the year, the hometown gig that we can focus on, and it's in the Corn Exchange, which is a dream come true to play, really. So yeah, it's going to be an amazing night.
Excellent stuff. So Robin, back to you. Where else are you playing?
So that Matt's lovely explanation there gave me time to get the list up. So a little bit later in March, Basingstoke with the White Hart at the top of town. That's an important note. There's 2 White Harts in Basingstoke.
I've got a White Hart literally across the road here as well. So
yeah. So have I, actually.
One.
Yeah, that's at the top of the town. So late March. We've got end of April as well. I've got after that.
Yeah.
Do you know where that one is, Robin?
I'm glad you're doing this. I don't know. I just look up on the day every day.
Yeah.
Am I playing today? No. Okay.
This is what Robin does. I text Robin and go, I'll pick you up at 10:30 in the morning. Okay, mate, cool. No worries.
Yeah.
Where are we going to go?
An adventure for
completely unfazed.
The 29th of April is at the Tuesday Night Music Club in Coulsdon with
yeah, that's it.
AK and the Red Kites. So that should be a kicking gig. Then I think next after that we're into May, and we're supporting Brave Rival at Arlington Arts, which will be a fun gig.
That'll be a good one.
We haven't told anyone about that, and we weren't going to either, but we have now, so there we go.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't matter. But then we've got Quarantine Rocks as well, haven't we, Carl? That's mine and yours birthday that day, so
yeah, that's that. We'll have to stay there, won't we?
Probably be a quiet.
I'm not driving. Yeah, so we can have a game of chess or something.
Yeah,
afterwards, can't we? Be quite nice.
Yeah, get a coffee on the way back,
a little sweet sherry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really don't believe you.
Yeah, I stayed that one time. I stayed at that Vic's Bikers bar, and a few years ago, and in one of the rooms they had like this massive like sunbed thing.
Yeah.
Like you could just the proper lay down sunbed.
Oh wow.
Which I thought was quite strange in a pub that you can stay in. But, there you go. Just.
But your tan has never been the same since, really, has it?
No.
We've got a big gig in July as well, haven't we, boys?
Yeah, I might go.
Yeah, I might go.
What one's that?
I can make it. That'll be. Robin, do you know which one that is?
That's made of stone, mate. Yeah.
Made of stone.
You can't wait. Trust me, he'll know all the details about that one. That is for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's a hell of a gig. I can't wait for that. That's
Yeah,
to play
that's
playing the Saturday
massive.
with Blackstone Cherry. Blackstone Cherry is one of Robin's favourite bands, and I'm a
That is
big
true,
fan of
yeah.
theirs as well. I think we
Yeah,
all
yeah.
are really.
Have
But,
you got
right,
restraining
Rob-
orders yet, or?
I think we might have
Not
one
just yet.
afterwards, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Maybe. But yeah. No, it's going to be a hell of a gig.
Excellent. So, work in progress. I'm sure you're not going to rest on your laurels with those few dates. So,
No, there's loads. There's loads coming, but I am genuinely bound by a contract of secrecy, so you'll have to keep an eye on the website.
right. Remind me of the website again.
www.revenantsongs.co.uk.
Okay, cool. And you can pre-order the EP there as well.
You can indeed. Yeah.
And various merch bundles.
Yeah,
Okay, guys.
Go on, sorry.
No. You carry on.
No, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Oh, so have I. No, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you tonight. I wish you all the very best. I urge people to at least listen to the EP, but honestly, for the sake of a few quid, just go and pre-order it. So,
Yeah.
guys, Revenant, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
I wish you all the very
No, thank
best.
you, Dave.
I'm going to speak to you soon.
Thank you so
mate.
much.
Cheers. Bye.
Pleasure.
Cheers.